All right, Sistas fans. Hope everybody's doing well. Get ready because Christmas is next week. If you celebrate it, we got less than a week until the big day. But more to the point of this video, I noticed a couple of comments on one of my recent uploads, and someone mentioned how Karen could be using these clothes as another method of keeping, I guess you could say, one hand on Zach's shoulder, if you will. Now, this isn't an uncommon theory ever since the last episode aired, because it really took everybody by surprise when Karen calmly talked to Fatima over the phone about, hey, there's a contractor, his family has a lot of kids, baby clothes and whatnot, since I won't need them for quite a while. And, Zach's son is in need, so if there are any clothes or anything like that that he'd be interested in, let me know, or tell Zach, and he can reach out and let me know. But some people were like, well, yeah, them clothes that Brian gave Karen, it's like they're for like infants and whatnot. They're not for 3-year-olds like Zach, because the one shirt we did see Karen hold up was definitely too small for Michael. But here's the thing, though. I went back and listened to what Brian was saying, not only when he was over at her apartment to tell her about, the estimation, but then brought up the baby stuff. But then when he was on the phone with her at the beginning of last week's episode, and then when Karen did show up and got the bag of stuff, basically he's like, hey, my wife and I, it's like we got so many kids, like the clothing and toys we have range from like infant to like age 9, I think, somewhere in that range. Basically, it's a widespread range from like newborns to close to double digits, like 10 or something. And on top of that, that morning when he's standing outside of the shop calling Karen saying, hey, we're ready to work whenever you give us the go, he does say, like, I told my mom, I'm not mom, I told my wife you were expecting, and she just rushed ahead and got a bunch of stuff in my truck, toys and clothes and things like that. And he hands over the bag. So when he hands the bag to Karen, he says it's mostly boy stuff in there. And, she's like, oh, well, if it turns out I don't need it, then, I know somebody who does. AKA, if I have a girl instead of a boy, I know someone who could use these clothes instead of, my kid. But here's the thing, though. Yeah, I could definitely see it as her using this as a way to still stay connected to Zach, or in terms of communication. But I think I want to say her heart's in the right place, because keep in mind, Brian's wife rushed to put that bag full of stuff. Like, they were, well, she was just packing up stuff because the woman who Brian is working for in terms of contracting, that's who she packed the bag for. She didn't pack the bag for a quote unquote 3-year-old, because we only saw Karen pull out that one shirt. We didn't see her like dig through the entire thing, because for all she knows, there could be so many various sizes of clothing in that bag that something might be able to fit Michael. Just saying. So I wouldn't fully give her the side eye like, oh, she just using these clothes to stay in contact with Zach. It makes sense to come up with that theory, but I'd like to think she's trying to be genuine about it. So I'll leave it at that. So what do you think? Do you think Karen is just using this as an excuse to stay in contact with Zach? Could the whole nice thing just be a facade? Her trying to manipulate him, or just being the hormones? Let's talk about it in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.